Well, here we are, Mission Peoria. For those who are tuning in, we normally do a podcast every week or so at the Dream Center, but this week is a special week for Dream Center. We have over 300 young people that are converging on Peoria to make an impact for a week, and so we're going to be each night talking with some of the folks that are involved in the Mission Peoria nights, which happen every night. At Riverside, 7 o'clock every night. So if you're in the area, you can come. Tonight we have Seth.
Yeah.
Seth is no stranger to the Dream Center.
No stranger.
Seth is on staff at the Dream Center and does an incredible job with the pastoral type of stuff with regards to serving the poor and the broken. And we'll be able to share what you'll be doing later this year. But tonight, Monday night, we're recording this on the first night of Mission Peoria. Seth, you brought the heat tonight in bringing a message.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it was good. I nearly responded. It was really good.
Follow Jesus again, didn't you?
Yeah. And so what we thought would be cool is each night we're going to be talking with some of the speakers, trying to get to know them and how this whole Mission Peoria thing has impacted your life, whether it's you've done it before or preparing a message for tonight and how it went, how you felt it went, that type of thing. So just give us a brief history of you as a person and then connection and really how you felt it went tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess I'll pick up with when I entered into vocational ministry. This is about 5 years ago. During my time at college, felt like God was inviting me into that kind of a calling, and so entered in originally to youth ministry, and that's what makes Mission Peoria so fun for myself. Is that was being with teens was kind of the first piece of ministry for me, being involved in those things, and so being able to be part of investing in the next generation was the very first thing I was called to do, and it's really awesome to be able to do that again this week. 2 years ago, moved to Peoria, Illinois, with the purposes of planting a church and leading that initiative, and we ended up starting Reachway Church in Peoria on the near north side.
About a mile from
here. Yeah, I mean, really just a 5-minute bike ride from the Dream Center.
And do you bike?
I don't own a bike yet. I need to buy a bike. Yeah. The church is very close. My home is very close to the church as well. So really cool to be able to be close to downtown. And Reachway is going to be turning 1 this September.
Awesome.
Yeah. So and really compelled by the theme this year, as you and I know, is rumors. And I think a really important message for the youth, who probably more than any other age range hear the most. Yeah. They're taking in the most media. They're taking in the most, of course, at school, things that they're hearing from teachers and friends and family, and getting all of the advice from a whole bunch of different people, and rumors form. And as a teenager, it can be really difficult to get your footing and find what you think is true.
Yeah.
And so tonight we laid hopefully a helpful foundation. We talked about Jesus, right?
Yeah.
We asked kids and challenged them, have you heard about Jesus? And just really privileged to have the opportunity to share a message that I could share for the rest of my life, right?
Yeah.
It's the one worth talking about, and hopefully it will ripple on to the rest of this week and be helpful.
How did you think, a lot of people see a preacher or a communicator or speaker talking to a crowd, and sometimes they don't feel the other side of the actual speaker speaking.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that tonight. How did you feel it went? Response, the kids, that type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, so I should have mentioned, this is my second Mission Peoria. We were involved last year as a host site, and of course I attended the evening services, but Yeah, tonight, much different than a Sunday morning pulpit.
Yeah.
And one of the key things you're looking for is does anyone falling asleep? and I think
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
yeah. I look off stage and there's Andy falling asleep over there. Yeah. But I felt that the kids were pretty engaged tonight. You always want to be making eye contact, right? If you can see their eyes, they're awake and they're at least looking at you, probably listening to you as well. I think what is really going to prove to be beneficial, and it's what's happening even as we speak, is they're in their small groups right now.
Yeah.
And they're meeting with their youth pastors and their youth leaders. And what I'm going to be most excited about is this week catching up with those leaders and trying to catch those stories and gather some feedback through what they're hearing from their students. But I think it was a great first night, and let's just keep on rolling. Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you for stopping by right after preach. I know when you speak, and you mentioned it off camera, you feel exhausted when you speak because you've given it all, and so I appreciate that. We're actually, if you're trying to figure out where we're at, we're not in a weird place with a plant in the corner. This is actually a creative suite that we've created for some of our creatives to do their work, and this is where they are recording the podcast. Just real quick, what do you hope for some of these kids to go away with this week?
Yeah, what I think it would have been valuable for, I think, any teenager to hear, and I hope what they hear this week is that they can make a difference now. A lot of times we look to the youth and say, this is the church of tomorrow, when I think we should be recognizing that this is the church of today. This is the church of right now. And we are seeing these movements happening, I think you and I would agree, in this particular city, and surely in other places as well, happening in the young adult age bracket. Yeah. And what I hope that they know is that whether they're going off to a job, college, high school, junior high for another year, that they can make a difference right now. Yeah. And they could have the whole time. Yeah. And it was just them who needed to make that decision to get involved. And I think that can happen this week.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Seth, thank you for stopping by, and tune in tomorrow. We're going to have another podcast with the speaker that's going to be tomorrow night, and make sure you're also following us on social media at Mission Peoria, and also at Dream Center Peoria. If you want to go beyond this week and follow us during the year, that would be great as well. Thanks for tuning in.